So where are we in the world?
Well, that's a very good. In the galaxy of this world, we are in the Caribbean. We are on a very small island called the British Virgin Islands, and within the British Virgin Islands, we are on even a smaller island called Virgin Gorda.
In Nail Bay, you've got a lot of villas hidden within the hills here.
Yeah.
And this is actually one of the more special ones. Can you tell us about this one?
I always had the fantasy of living in a sugar mill. Sugar mills in the Caribbean were part of the sugar plantations. They are obviously circular, they are high, and I thought it would be interesting to build one because I thought it'd be interesting to have a view. Also, on the top of this 4-story structure, there is a pool. So we have a rooftop pool and we have a ground pool. And of course, that means pools have a lot of weight. So the fantasy really exceeded any normal logic.
Right.
So, but this is a really fantasy land. And what we did is this is not a ruin. It's an absolutely new construction, but it's sympathetic to sugar mill. So if you looked at it from the water, it really looks like a classic sugar mill that has been renovated.
So Ajit, how does a guy who comes from Indian descent, brought up in Kuwait, end up in the British Virgin Islands?
It's all an accident. I was a homeless person, and I was looking for a home. No,
you're a gypsy.
I was born in Kuwait. My parents are originally from India, and the first 11 years I was in Kuwait. And then I went to India for 4 years and came to the U.S. in 1970.
Wow.
My first visit to the British Virgin Islands was 27 years ago, yesterday, which is December 3rd. And I came here for a 2-day visit on behalf of a bank that I was doing a feasibility study. I had no intention of falling in love.
That's always the case, right?
Falling in love is and this is more expensive than any woman I've fallen in love with, because this is a long-term commitment that costs money, and there's not an immediate return, because real estate, unlike most people think, is a long-term investment. Right. And so, but I must tell you, this is a very special place. I work very hard, but every time I come back here, I feel at peace, and there's a peace, so I feel at home.